What's going on, guys? How's your day going? Today we got another Detroit Lions stream. Welcome back, everybody, to my second attempt at streaming a Detroit Lions game. Now, the Detroit Lions are going to kick off in about 10 minutes from now. They kick off at 1 p.m. versus the Carolina Panthers. And, last week we had this kind of up. I got the injury report for today for both teams on the screen right now. For the Detroit Lions, David Blau is missing the football game once again. He hasn't really played for us. I don't think he's been active 1 week for the Detroit Lions. Kenny Golladay is once again missing the football game. He is not going to be playing today. He is out with his hip injury. He should return soon. He was limited in practice early this week, but didn't practice Thursday or Friday. DeAndre Swift didn't practice all week. He got a concussion. It's unclear where he got that concussion from. It's unclear what happened and how he I guess got that concussion, but he did not practice this week and he is officially inactive as well. Logan Stenberg, once again, like every week, is inactive and will not be playing. Danny Amendola, a little bit of a surprise this week, isn't playing. I don't know what he's injured with. I'm not quite sure what his injury is, but he is officially listed out for this game. And then Deshaun Hand and Austin Bryant, it came out last night that they were both going to be missing the game as well. If you look at if you didn't know, the Detroit Lions did pull up 2 players from the practice squad this week. They activated 2 players, one of which was wide receiver Mohamed Sanu, the other one being Frank Herron, the guy who actually had a pretty good game last week when the Detroit Lions ended up pulling him up again. Now, for the Carolina Panthers inactives today, of course, Teddy Bridgewater is not playing. I'm not quite sure exactly what happened to him. I'm not sure exactly what the injury is, but that's really big. I mean, any team missing their starting quarterback is really, really big for, a team. Obviously, they're missing their starting quarterback. Yeah. On One Pride Nation, let's go 5-5. I like that. I like the confidence today, especially with the Carolina Panthers missing their 2 biggest weapons on offense being Teddy Bridgewater and Mr. Christian McCaffrey. I think we got a good chance today, especially with Stafford not being fully healthy, but, Stafford's still out there. Stafford's still doing his thing. We still got a lot of good players out there. The Panthers are missing cornerback number 1, Dante Jackson. He's not going to be playing today, which is really big. Sam Franklin, a knee injury. For Teddy Bridgewater, it's a knee injury. That's all right. Well, that's good to know. Frank Herron or Sam Franklin is out. John Miller is out, and then Russell Okung is out for the Carolina Panthers as well. So, some pretty big injuries for us. One Pride Nation says, if we win and the Vikings lose, that could be good for us. Yeah, that would be good for us because then we would jump the Vikings and we'd be really close to jumping the Bears, actually. We're, I think, only a game and a half out of the playoffs right now. So, it's still possible. It's still definitely possible that we can make the playoffs right now. And it starts with going 5-5 today. It starts with, getting that victory and getting to, starts with every win counts, right? I mean, you got to get to 5-5 before you can get to 6-5. So, got to take it one game at a time. But, playoffs, no matter how bad this team has looked, playoffs aren't out of the question just yet for this Lions team, and they still have the potential to go on a little bit of a run, get a little bit healthier, and compete in their last 6 or 7 games. Tim White says, let's go Lions. Yes, sir. Big Detroit Lions game today, taking on the Carolina Panthers. I'm excited. I think the Lions can win this game. I think the big difference maker today being that Teddy Bridgewater is missing the football game. I just, if any quarterback's missing the football game, they got to be the underdog. They can't. You can't favor a team if they don't have their starting quarterback or their starting running back. You can call me Funk says, what's good? Was just in a Panthers chat, and they sound like they already beaten. I mean, that's fair enough. I mean, if Stafford and DeAndre Swift were missing, I would feel, pretty down about my team too. So I could understand that. The Carolina Panthers are dealing with some big injuries today, and I think it might be real tough for them to pull it out, but it is the Lions. We expect them to win football games. They don't win, and they win football games we don't expect them to win. So that's big though. If Panthers fans are already feeling down like they can't win this game, then maybe that says something. Lions scored 30 last week. Yeah, they did. They did score 30. The offense looked really good last week. The defense looked all right. The defense looked okay until that classic Patricia-ing of the football game, blowing, I believe it was a 23-point lead. That was not very good. But, yeah, the Lions offense looked pretty good last week. I was surprised. I was pleasantly surprised, in fact, because, the Washington football team actually is a good defense. They're actually a pretty good football team. They have a good defense. They don't allow a lot of yards or a lot of points. So I was actually really surprised that we were able to put up 30 points. And, I was really, really impressed with that. But, of course, a lot of that came through DeAndre Swift, and he is not active today. So that sucks. I mean, that's going to hurt the Lions a lot, but, I still think we got some capable guys, and I still think, we could repeat. I think we could definitely put up 30 again today and repeat our offensive performance from last week. Lions will win 42-28. Yeah, I mean, the Carolina Panthers defense has been kind of shaky. They're a very young unit. I like their pass rushers. I like their, I think, who was the guy they drafted last year? Brian Burns is good. Yetur Gross-Matos is good. I wanted the Lions to draft Yetur in the second round. They didn't end up doing that, and obviously we got DeAndre Swift, and that's working out for us. But they got a good young pass rush. They got a good, they got good players down there. But their defense has been inconsistent. Their number one cornerback and one of their safeties is missing the game. So I could definitely see us going 42-28. I could definitely see that happening. I think our Lions defense will probably end up giving up some points late in the football game, but I think this offense can definitely cook today. Tim White also says Sanu is about to go off. Yeah, I think, Sanu has been here, I think 2 weeks now, 3 weeks, something like that. He's been on the practice squad. He's been working with Stafford and some of the other guys. I think he'll be good today, but I think that Quintez Cephas is going to have a great game. I just think that he's shown a little bit of flash here and there throughout the season. He's, showed some good things. Obviously dropped a couple passes, obviously, missed that one deep shot from Matt Stafford last week. But, I think that Quintez Cephas is about to be really good. I think Quintez Cephas is going to have himself a day. I can definitely see Sanu getting involved and getting, some good targets, some good catches today. Remember when the Lions beat the Patriots but got destroyed by the Jets? I do remember that. I try not to remember that. I actually, cried the other day because I thought of that, and, it just hurt my feelings. So, yeah, I do remember losing to the Jets. That wasn't funny. And, that was kind of the moment I was like, yeah, fire Patricia. One game in, you give up 40-some to the Jets. That's just game over. Defensive guru in my butt. But, yeah, I remember that game. That was not a fun season. It was fun during the Patriots game. But other than that, it wasn't a very fun season. I tried not to think back too strongly on 2018. Damn, I said 31-24, but either way, yeah. I mean, I think the Lions will win this one. I think they'll be good to go. Sanu about to go off. Yeah, I mean, I think Sanu could have a great game, like I said. You can call me Funk says, we get to see Troy Pride today. I wasn't big on him, but other Lions fans were. I mean, I think Troy Pride's having a really good rookie season. He's, been a big part of that Panthers defense. And, he's a great player. I think he's made a lot of impact. He's all over the field. He makes an impact everywhere he goes. So, I think Troy Pride is a good player. I mean, I could see why you weren't super high on him. I liked him, but I wasn't, I guess I didn't think he was like a have to get. I didn't think we had to draft him. But, he's a good player. He's a great player, in fact. And he's having a really good rookie season. So, I'm excited to see what Troy Pride does today and how the Lions try to neutralize him. Is he 6'2"? Is Sanu 6'2"? I'm not sure. I can look it up for you real quick. Let's see. I got my phone out. Mohamed Sanu. Let's see. Mohamed Sanu is 6'2". Yeah, he's 6'2", 210 pounds. So, if that helps you, Tim, then there you go. He's 6'2", 210 pounds. Big wide receiver, good wide receiver. Isn't great at getting, separation. He's okay at it, but I feel like he, at least on the Patriots, wasn't super great at getting wide open and getting, some good separation. But, what else is new with the Detroit Lions? I mean, nobody can get separation here, so it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Sanu is still a good player. Free agent, good free agent signing, good veteran to back up, obviously, with Kenny. And what's his name? Kenny and Amendola missing the game. I think that Sanu will have to step up. And I think him and Cephas will have to have good and big games. Obviously, as well as Jamal Agnew, he's back. And I think he'll be involved today. I think with the injuries, I think we'll try to get all our wide receivers involved. And, it'll be very interesting to see how Darrell Bevel copes and I guess how he deals with no Kenny and no DeAndre Swift. Because it seems like when one of them was out or one of them was having seems like when one of them was out or one of them was having a poor game, then the other one stepped up and played really well. So, it'll be really interesting to see how Darrell Bevel copes and how he comes up with a game plan without both of those guys in. But, of course, Matt Stafford is still Matt Stafford, and he is still going to have a Matt Stafford game. He's still going to keep the Lions in the game till the very end. And, no matter who's on the injury report, no matter who's missing the football game, it's no matter who's in the football game, it's Stafford's going to keep us in it. And He's probably going to have another game-winning drive. It'll probably have to come down to that. Sith Lord then says TJ will get 2 TDs. I hope so, man. TJ Hockenson has been good this year. Hasn't really had that breakout game necessarily like we saw in his rookie season, but TJ is a great player, and I think that we could definitely see TJ get 2 touchdowns today. Theatics said, I think TJ Hawkinson's about to go off. I hope so, man. I want to see TJ Hawkinson do something crazy, dude. I want to see him have that, like, that Cardinals game where he went off for 100 and whatever yards and a touchdown. Like, that was wild. I'm hoping to see that again from TJ. He showed that flash game 1 and hasn't really done anything. Well, hasn't done anything, but hasn't really been that far since. I hope you're right. We win. Yeah, Luke, I'm hoping so too, man. I'm having not a bad weekend, but I've been kind of bored this weekend, and I'm really hoping the Lions can get this done. We struggle against mobile QBs. Yeah, that's really true. We do tend to struggle versus mobile quarterbacks, but I mean, we shut down Kyler Murray, so I feel like if we could do that, we could at least shut down PJ Walker a little bit. But it is the Lions, so we think we're gonna shut somebody down and they go off for 600 yards or something. We think, oh, we're gonna stop Dalvin Cook and he goes for 210 yards. So I mean, you never know, but yeah, historically or recently, I think we've definitely struggled to stop the mobile quarterback, but we stopped Kyler Murray for a lot of the game. So maybe I don't know, maybe they came up and they were ready for Mr. PJ Walker. I'm not sure about that, but yeah, what the fuck? My real name. I'm sorry, dude. I was like half reading it and trying to read something else at the same time. That's my fault. I apologize. No, it's not that hard to pronounce. I was just a little distracted. So I apologize. That's my bad. I did not mean to offend you. But whatever. Who's got a score prediction? I saw 31-24 from Funk earlier. Who else got a score prediction for this game? Well, it's at 1 p.m. and it's supposed to be kicking off right now, but they might be a little bit behind. They may be a couple minutes behind, a couple minutes off of kickoff. But my computer's slow too, so that just tends to happen sometimes. Yeah, I mean, I think this will be a fun game, man. I think the Lions will definitely be able to put up some points, but I'm very interested because PJ Walker was great in the XFL, and I know that's a whole different league, but I mean, good football is good football, and I can't lie, he's playing some good football out there. So it'll be interesting to see, how he plays today in his first NFL start. Our defense should look like the 2000 Ravens today with so many out versus the Panthers. What's funny is I wasn't alive during that season. I don't know what the 2000 Ravens looked like because I was not alive to see it. So, maybe I couldn't tell you're wrong because I don't know anything about that 2000 Ravens squad. I wasn't alive, so I couldn't tell you. The Blunt Report says Lions 31, Panthers 28. I like that. I think the Lions definitely will put up 30 today with some of the big injuries by this Panther squad. But, I think that the Lions will also give up some points because Austin Bryant's out. He showed a lot of flash recently. Deshaun Hand is missing. That's big. So I think it'll be tough for the Lions. I think they'll, probably end up giving up some points and Lionsing stuff up. But, with that being said, kickoff has just happened on my screen. So I will do my best right now to flip over to the next thing. Just give me about half a second here. So we got that. And then we will go to share screen. We will go to the Lions versus Panthers game summary. And just like that, there's the game. There you go. All right. Let's get into this. I'm excited. Oh, I see Jelani Tavai getting tackles out here. I haven't seen it real time yet, but I'm excited. Let's get it. All righty. Sound on. Let's go. I'll read your comment in a second, Frank. Well, that wasn't a great play by the Lions. I'm not going to lie. That was kind of trash. All right, so Funk says, I said 8-8 this year, and this game will be huge for my prediction coming true. Why is Will Harris on the field? 8-8, I think, is a realistic expectation for this team. Why is Will Harris on the field? Because Matt Patricia doesn't know how to rotate or play his best players. Luke says, damn, they already are running on us. Yes, The Lions aren't very good at stopping the run. If you haven't noticed, if you haven't been paying attention, the Lions aren't great at stopping the run. And Mike Davis is actually a pretty solid running back. So, yeah, they be running the ball a lot. And I could see this being a long game for our Detroit Lions defense out here. Unfortunately enough. Let's see what's going on. Let's see. What else is going on? Dang, that's like some disappointing. 30th rushing defense, 24th passing defense, 27th overall. That, those stats tell me right there is we have a defensive genius as our head coach. We got some difference maker right here as our head coach. And, yeah, he made a difference, all right. It just wasn't, it wasn't a good difference in my opinion. Matt Patricia's they got RPO us to death. Yeah, probably. That's what that's what PJ Walker was good with in the XFL. So I could definitely see them doing a lot of RPOs, a lot of running, a lot of screen passes. But yeah, I mean, it'll be a long day for our Lions defense. And Will got yanked after the first play, didn't he? I hope so, man. I mean, I don't know what happened. I don't know why we drafted Will Harris. I mean, yeah, he looked all right in college, but I think there were so many other guys on the board that were better. And, he's young. He can still develop for sure. And maybe he's just struggling in a Matt Patricia system. But, Will Harris has definitely disappointed outside that one preseason game last year. I mean, he's just been disappointing, to be totally honest. He's not been great. Oh, one thing I got to mention, guys, before I get too far into this, I'll probably have to leave after halftime because I do have a banquet to go to for my soccer team. It's my senior banquet, and I kind of got to go. It starts at 3 o'clock, so I'll be here till halftime. But unfortunately, I will have to probably dip out after halftime because I got to go get dressed up and give a senior speech. So, that'll be unfortunate, but I'm trying to, come out here. I'm trying to watch the game with some of my friends, some of my boys, and, we're trying to get some of this going, all right? So I'll probably leave after halftime. I'll probably go over the halftime stats and leave, but God dang it. Curtis Samuel, I told you yesterday, guys, Curtis Samuel's a big weapon. But, yeah, I got to dip after halftime, unfortunately. You can call me Funk says we drafted him because of Pascal. Yeah, dog, I don't know. I like Julian Love a lot better, and Julian Love's doing much better things in the NFL. So that's who I wanted us to take instead of Will Harris. But, it is what it is. Can't go back. Can't change anything. Nice. Good luck. Have fun. I will try, Funk, but it is actually snowing at my house. I don't know where you are, but it is snowing out here, and our banquet happens to be outside because of coronavirus. So that will not be fun. Oh, Jaron Curse is in on the quarterback and couldn't quite get there, but we did cause an incomplete pass, so that is fun. That's good to see from our Lions. Jaron got the pressure. Jamie forced the incompletion. Not a bad play by our Lions defense. Oh, you can get a lot of feel from the first drive of a football game, and I already feel like this might be a long day for our defense because they've already given up a couple big plays, and it might be a long day for the defense. But I'm ready to see Stafford. I'm ready to see Sanu. I'm ready to see KJ and AP on the field. I'm ready to get this thing rolling. And Mike Daniels picks up, or Mike Davis. I keep saying Mike Daniels. That's my fault. Oh, Luke, you made Julian Love's video per my request. I mean, hey, Julian Love, we got to see, dude. I mean, that's funny now, but if Julian Love happens to be a Hall of Fame quarterback, I might cry because I don't think I could handle 3 back-to-back quarterbacks from the Green Bay Packers. I just don't think I could do it. I might have to just quit being a Lions fan and quit watching football for the next decade and a half. But, hey, whatever. Can't worry about what the Packers are doing. We got to worry about what we doing.
There's got to be a communication. Somebody's got to be accountable, and it's got to be Joe Brady. Get your right personnel in.
What's the flag on? I didn't see the flag. 12 players on the offensive title. You can't do that. The Lions can't count to 11. They only got 10 people on the field. The Panthers are just making up the difference with the 12 people on the field. I mean, we got to get 22 out there sometime. And if Lions only putting out 10, why can't the Panthers put out 12? Makes the numbers, puts it at 22 all. So I guess they're just making up the difference for the Lions only having 10.
Davis, at least initially, split up to the top of your screen.
Let's see. 3rd and 9. This is a big play for our Lions defense. Can we get the stop? Can Something please go right for this defense, and can they get a stop? And the answer is absolutely yes. Big Nick Williams got that batted pass at the line of scrimmage, knocked it down. 4th and 9. Give us that ball, Carolina. We want it back, and we want Stafford to go get that first score of the football game. Oh, dang, he almost like intercepted that. That would have been wild. But got the knockdown. That's big. That's big, boys. That's a great play. Jamal Agnew's back there as our punt returner. That is so nice to see. It's not Danny Amendola. That just makes me so happy. I know Danny's not playing today, but it's just kind of nice to see Jamal Agnew back there. And I say that and he's going to fumble, watch. But, like, I'm ready, boys. Let's get it. Yes, sir. Punt that ball right to Jamal. Let's see what happens. Oh, touchback? Nah, touchback. Nah, we're good. We're good. We're good. He tried, but it's a touchback, and we are good to go. Marvin Jones on the field. Adrian Peterson on the field. Matt Stafford coming out. Let's get it. That's a fantastic picture of Matt Stafford that they used. He has his eyes closed. I love that picture. That's a great picture by whoever picked that out on the NFL's. I don't know who does those pictures, but whoever picked that photo out for Matt Stafford did a phenomenal job. Oof. I mean, that first thoughts after the first drive. I mean, it looked a little rough, but we stood up at the end. I mean, made a couple big plays. The Panthers made a couple big plays. We made a couple big plays, and I guess that is how it is. Lions got the ball. Let's see if they can go down and do anything with it. Because, yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think there was a lot of positive and a lot of negative. You could tell a lot from a first drive, and I mean, it started pretty poorly, but I thought it picked up pretty good at the end. Why is everybody leaving? It says there's only one person left in the stream. Why'd everybody dip out on me? What the heck, boys? Did like something go wrong, or am I boring everybody? You're like, what's happening? Makes me sad, bro. Come back, boys. Come back. Now I'm just upset because everybody left me and I'm just talking to myself. That's not good. I don't want that. I need some people back in here hyping up and getting going. Something. Oh no, we're good. Okay. All right. I mean, I'm just. Hey, 2 people are here. Yeah, let's go. We got one more person to join back in. I mean, hey, bud, you should see if you have an HD antenna to watch your games. Maybe one day, but right now I'm not gonna go through the effort at the moment because I already got the game up, and I know I'm a couple plays behind, but it is what it is. I've just. At this point, it's not worth trying to fix. It's good enough, and we're a play behind, but we'll figure it out. We're working on it. So, what do you guys think about that first drive? Y'all think the defense is gonna keep making some stops, or do you think that they're gonna, not have the greatest performance today? Because I'm not gonna lie, that first couple plays scared me a bit, and if it wasn't for a batted pass, that's probably an extended drive. So. I don't know. Be interesting. We'll see. We'll see how this Lions game turns out. I'm shaking my foot. That's why the camera is shaking. I'll try not to do that. Ooh, all right. Game's back on. Win $1 million of Terry Bradshaw's money. I would love to. I would be ecstatic if we could win $1 million. But I don't think it's going to happen. First play from the Detroit Lions. Go. Toss to Adrian Peterson. Good blocking. Good run. 4-yard pickup. Not bad at all. Troy Pride with the Jeremy Chin. My apologies. Jeremy Chin with the tackle. That's funny, dude. I mean, how hard is it to count to 11 people? Like, that's what I want to know. I feel like as an NFL athlete and an NFL head coach, you should be able to know when there's 11 people on the field and when there's not 11 people on the field. Like, maybe that's just my opinion. Maybe that's just me, but let's see. Adrian Peterson got the ball again. 3-yard pickup, maybe. Not horrible, but, not great, but not horrible either. Let's see. Matt Stafford on the season, 63.7 completion percentage. 2,403 yards, 17 touchdowns, and 7 INTs. Not a bad season at all by Mr. Matt Stafford. Tony says another close game, I think. Yeah, I think both of these teams are competitive teams. I think both these teams are good at keeping games close, but good throw, good pocket mobility, good route by KJ. I think both these teams are really good at fighting to the end and keeping stuff close, so I could definitely see a closer game. I like Chin coming out. Yeah, I like Chin. I didn't think he was, a can't miss prospect or anything. I didn't think he was a guy the Lions had to draft, but I did definitely like him. I did definitely like Jeremy Chin coming out of college, and I liked him in this draft for sure. And Matt Stafford's fine, dude. He taped up his thumb. He's good to go. It's just I know it's a thumb injury and that sucks, but we're good. Let's see it. That was not a great throw by Matt Stafford. I'm not going to lie. That was a little sketchy. I didn't like that a ton, but it is what it is, I guess.
Not take a pounding, no snaps. They put the ball behind the center and let him go from there. A lot of limited throws just to try to settle it down all week. So once they got to today, there wouldn't be any restrictions.
Yeah, I don't know how extensive Matt Stafford's thumb injury is. I know he tore a ligament in his thumb, which is big, but, I'm not sure how that's going to affect his throwing hand. It didn't affect him at all last week, so 1 second, Tony. I just want to see this play, and I will answer you. You got to find Adrian Peterson faster than that. Adrian Peterson's also got to catch it, but, it is what it is. Tony says Carryout should have a big game if they use him. Carryout should always have a big game if they use him, but they don't use him. Like, the only time he was really featured in this offense was that Green Bay game, and that was the first couple drives, and he, ran effectively and got him a touchdown, and they just didn't give him the ball after that. So, I mean, Carryout's just a good player all around, I think. I think Carryout is an underrated player. I think that he doesn't get enough respect, and he definitely doesn't get used enough to earn that respect. So, I can see why, but it is what it is. The Ravens and the Titans are getting in a fight with somebody. I have another screen right here, just so. All right, Matt Stafford dropping back. Big throw. That is pass interference right there. That's a big PI by the Carolina Panthers, but it doesn't get called. Read the shirt. I got it. The refs hate the Lions. That was pass interference for sure. Frank Ragnow might have held him, but that was definitely PI. And Detroit versus the referees, so I got the shirt on. Because I knew it was going to happen. Let's see. Oh, that's definitely a push. That's definitely PI. And that's horrible. That's just bad refereeing right there. But now we get to see Jack Fox, so... Ooh, booming punt. Fantastic punt. Come on, Tracy. Get there. Get him, boys. Oh, there's a flag. Good hit by Miles. Great hit by Miles Killebrew right there. Oh, my God. If that's lowering the helmet to initiate contact, I'm going to die.
Jamal Agnew had some issues, and it was a 2-on-1 deal. It's tough duty.
That sounded kind of sus.
I think whoever was blocking Jamal Agnew, both those guys can get flagged.
Both of them. You flag both of them, why don't you? And then flag, but it's going to flag Miles Killebrew for some stupid late hit or something. But whatever, dude. Let's see. The refs are communicating right now. I can guarantee you it will either be on the Lions or it will be offsetting penalties. Watch it happen. I guarantee it.
During the kick, holding by the receiving team,
okay.
Number 23. Half the distance to the goal.
Okay.
Carolina's ball.
Yo, Mike Forrest is laughing. Mike Forrest is sitting there pointing and laughing. I love it. It's funny. I like Mike Ford. I think he's a great player. Let's see. They're cutting out to commercial for a moment. So, man, that was not a great drive by the Lions. I think, that was definitely PI, and Adrian Peterson definitely should have caught that second pass, but, whatever. I can definitely complain because, it was not a great drive, but it is, is what it is. The Lions sometimes start a little slow, and, if we're starting slow, then that's not good. If we are, generally, we are a first-half team, which is not good, and if we can't get something going in the first half, I think this game could get ugly pretty quickly, to be totally honest. Not quite sure what's going on, but Lions are gonna Lions. They're gonna do what they're going to do, and either way, I'm happy. Either way, I'm having a good old time. That was an interesting onside kick by Jacksonville. Either way, either we go 5-5 and we're back in the playoff hunt, or we go 4-6 and Matt Patricia's getting closer to being fired from being our head coach. So, either way, I'm happy. I'm having a good day today. I'm having a good weekend. Got a lot of good work done. We're working on some stuff. We're getting some stuff together, and we're having a good time. We get to watch our Lions today, and we'll have a fantastic time. We'll be great today. I'm excited. I still think this game could be really good for the Lions. A little bit of a slow start, but we're working on it. The Lions are getting their stuff together. They had to figure out a game plan without Kenny and without DeAndre Swift, so might take them a couple drives, but they'll get there. I promise. I promise Matt Stafford and these wide receivers will get on the same page. I promise his offense will get cooking in just a couple of drives. It'll get there. It'll get there. I promise. Don't even worry about it. AP is dropping passes. That is unfortunate. That is not what you want to see, but it happened. It happened, and you got to live with it. Oh, let's see. What else is going around the NFL? The Patriots scored on the Texans. That's pretty big. That's pretty wild. I think that's Damian Harris. Najee Harris, his brother, is in college still, so that has to be Damian Harris. Tony says fire him. Yeah, I mean, fair enough. I mean, even last week in a victory, his defense looked horrible. So, I mean, I can definitely see it. I'm not opposed to it. I'm not going to tell you that, we can't fire him because I've been preaching that for a while. But, all right, Lions are back on. We are back from commercial. Let's see how the Lions go. And, oh, come on, get that run stop. Yes, sir, John Pennicini, big man up front, getting the tackle for 0 yardage. And I can't remember who it was who said they didn't like Will Harris. I know there's a lot of you. But he is back on the field, just so you know. All right, so the Eagles highlight just came on my other screen. Y'all know we would be in first place in the NFC East right now? We would be in first place in the NFC East at the moment. And we would probably have a winning record right now because instead of playing the Packers, we would have played like the Eagles or something. Or, we would have played like the Cowboys. And then instead of the Bears, we would have played the Redskins, who we already beat. Like, we would definitely have a winning record right now if we were in the NFC East. And even if we had the same record as we do now, we'd still be leading it. We would still be winning the NFC East right now, even with a 4-5 record. And that might be the saddest thing I've ever said. That might be the most depressing thing I've ever said. All right, let's see. 3rd and short, and the Lions give up a little bit of a run for a first down. Unfortunate, Lions. Come on, boys. Let's go. Let's be aggressive up front. Let's play fast. Let's play aggressive. Let's have a good time. Let Romeo go out there and cook. I wish that – I don't know where Everson Griffin is today. I haven't seen him yet, but – what? I'll play behind, but okay. All right, let's see. 1st and 10. 80, let's go. That's not bad penetration by the Lions. That is not a bad play in any way. I like that. It's a good run for 0 yards.
All the blockers are coming this way, so you don't want to run this way. No, you want to run this way. I think he just got a little bit excited on the cutback here. There's a hole there, yes.
But Jamie Collins got him, though. So did Jeff Okuda. That was a good tackle by Jeff.
Running proud. Good job for the Lions D is staying home, but running to other blockers, that's what you're supposed to do. Bring him down, and it's 2nd and 9.
Let's see, 2nd and 9. Can make a play. Oh, that was a nice throw. No, that was a perfect throw. I mean, if that's any more in front of him, Justin Coleman is walking into the end zone. Oh my God. What a throw. That was just an impressive play.
We were talking with Joe Brady, offensive coordinator, and he said 2 things about PJ Walker you don't know. He's a gunslinger.
He's a gunslinger. He's a good football player. That's all you got to know. PJ Walker, good football player. That's all I got. Uh-oh. Oh, he's beat. Who was that? Jeff. Oh, Jeff got a little toasted on that play. DJ Moore's a good receiver. That's going to happen sometimes, but ooh, that is tough. Yeah, he just outran him. Jeff took a weird step and stumbled a bit. Can't do that. You can't let him behind you. That's just, I mean, Jeff, that was a big play you just got to make. Big Clear's got to make that play. If you hear stuff in the background, I apologize. Scored 10 touchdowns. I didn't read it. Come on, set the edge, Jaron. I'm telling you guys, Curtis Samuel is a good football player, and we got to watch out for him because he is their biggest weapon. I'm telling you, he's run, pass, whatever. He's just I don't mind Jaron Curse because that was a good job setting the edge. Harmon missed the tackle. That's all. Deron Harmon missed that tackle, and that's big. Rubik's Gamer, how you doing? See you saying hi in the chat. What's going on? How's your day going? Welcome. Let's see, Lions. Can we get a? I mean, this might be rough, boys. I'm not gonna lie. This is not looking great by our Lions defense. They got to stand up and they got to make a play. And I don't think I've seen Everson Griffin out there yet today. He had a good game in Washington, and I don't think I've seen him out there yet today. I've seen Romeo. I don't even know who else is on the defensive line. I know Nick Williams and John Pennicini are out there. I don't remember seeing Danny Shelton, but maybe he's out there too. See Reggie. I see Reggie. Oh, there's Danny Shelton and Frank Herron. Let's see. Oh, that's a stop. He's going to hold it. Yeah, it's ahead. All right, I got a new setup. I got a new thing going on. We're trying to figure some stuff out. Hold on. Okay, I just added another screen that my dad's here to help me out. He's got a more live version of the game. All right, fantastic. Well, now I will be facing this way for the rest of the game. Oh, and it's staticky again. That's tough. We're having some technical difficulties here at the Ryder household. But we'll get there. We'll get there eventually. Promise. Gotta turn this at all. No. We'll make it work. There you go. All right. I like this TV. We should keep it in here forever. That's just a suggestion. What do you guys think? I should keep a TV in my room. They agree. I should get to keep it. I don't even know where you got this from. Oh, fair enough. All right, let's see. Well, I don't need this live anymore, so I can in fact then pull that over. Hope it doesn't ruin anything. It did not. All right, we're good. Oh, we're not good. The Lions got scored on. Makes me sad. That's upsetting. That hurts my feelings. Mike Davis, big score by the Carolina Panthers. Let's see. How does this? I'll try to figure that out. Oh, that's good. I like that. All right. I move screens and it goofs stuff up. So, all right. Let's see. We're back in. What's up, bro? Told you I'll be here, lol. I never doubted you, Reggie. I never doubted you. Showing all the way. You're showing up, and unfortunately, you show up and the Lions get scored on. I'm not blaming you. But I'm just stating facts. You showed up, and the Lions got scored on. So you feel free to stay, but I'm pointing some stuff out. Patricia's not doing anything for the team. Not even the one job he has. Count the defense. Yeah, I mean, you got to think if you're a rocket scientist, you should be able to count to 11. I mean, maybe that's just me. Maybe you guys disagree, but I feel like if you're a defensive coordinator and a rocket scientist, you should know how to count to 11. Like, I'm a senior in high school and I can count to 11. So I mean, I feel like Matt Patricia as a full-grown adult, graduated from college with a rocket science degree. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm smarter than Matt Patricia. Maybe that's just how it is. Maybe I'm just a smart guy, but I can count to 11 pretty easily. Like, I don't even need my fingers anymore to count to 11. I can get there. So Matt Patricia should be able to at least get the right amount of people on the field. But he's a crazy guy. Matt Patricia is a goofy man. He does not. I feel like Matt Patricia just like came here to screw up the Lions. Like, he doesn't actually want to win. He's just trying to, goof around. Well, I've been watching, but it's no worries. We'll win this game. Nah, Reggie, I'm just giving you a hard time, man. I know it's not your fault. You didn't do anything to cause the Lions to score. The only thing that caused the Lions to get scored on was Matt Patricia and his poor defense. But, whatever. It is what it is. I just like giving you a hard time, Reggie. That's all I do. Just having a fun time out here with 6 people in the chat. I appreciate each and every one of you for showing up. But, we got Lions got to step it up, man. First quarter is almost over. And, things are not looking fantastic for our Lions of Detroit. Oh, my God. That was an amazing catch. Oh, my God. That was some phenomenal catch right there by 83 on the Bengals. Just made something crazy happen. That was wild. Whew. That was pretty. All right. Anyway. Let's see. Ooh, I forgot, dude. The Saints are playing today without Drew Brees, and they are starting Taysom Hill at quarterback. What do y'all think about that? Taysom Hill at starting quarterback for the Saints today. You think they got a big win? I can't remember who they're playing. Maybe the Falcons. Think they got a win today, or you think that something might go wrong with Taysom Hill? The players need to be held accountable for the wrong number of people. That's fair enough. I mean, I think it's a little bit on both. I think it's on the play caller and on the players. But, I just like giving Matt Patricia a hard time because, I give Matt Patricia a hard time about a lot. But you're right. It is on the players, too. It's not solely on him. Reggie says facts, lol, but whatever. I played safety, and before every snap, I was supposed to count people. Yeah, I mean, again, that's on the players, but, you also, as a head coach calling the defense, I feel like you should be held a little bit accountable for what players go on the field, because that is your job as the coach, is to decide, what players are in for what packages and what snaps. So, yeah, but I get where you're coming from, Funk. Yeah, players definitely can be held accountable for that too. Oh my God, that's an amazing stat. Hold on, I want to take a picture and put this on my story real quick because this is phenomenal. My God. If y'all saw that stat about Barry Sanders and Matt Stafford, that hurts my heart a little bit, but let's see. Adrian Peterson, solid run. I'm not going to get mad at him for that. Let's see. This is a phenomenal picture. If y'all want to see it, go over to my Instagram because I'm just putting this up with no captions, no words. I'm just putting this up on my Instagram story because that might be the funniest thing I've ever seen. Matt Stafford has had less rushing, like his running backs have had less rushing yards in his tenure than Barry Sanders had in his career. Like, all the running backs that have played with Matt Stafford have less rushing yards than Barry Sanders by himself, and less rushing touchdowns, and like 65 less 100-yard rushing games. That might be the saddest thing I've ever heard. That hurt my heart a little bit saying that. That just, wow, that is a statistic right there. That is a statistic. All right, let's see. 3rd and 5 for our Detroit Lions. What can they do? What can they get done? TJ's in motion. 4 seconds left on the play clock. Ball is snapped. It's low. Of course. Of course it is. Well, maybe I won't need to stay for the whole time. Maybe leaving at halftime might be the move because things might not be going too well for the Lions. Was that a bad snap or did snap? Oh, that's a horrible snap by Frank Ragnow. Oh no, Frank, you're my favorite player. You're my most consistent player on the team. You can't be doing that. Oh no. Fair enough. Fair enough, Funk. You know what's sad about that is somebody's gonna blame that on Stafford. I don't care. Somebody's gonna blame that on Stafford because apparently every time the Lions make a mistake, it's Stafford's fault. I promise it. Somebody, probably Dr. Detroit, is gonna blame that on Matt Stafford. Rip it, Davis. Oh, that's a good tackle. That's a good finish to a tackle. I like that. Good stuff, JD. Okay, so how was Jelani Tavai on the side of the field the ball went to, but Jared Davis beat Jelani to the ball? Bruh. Yeah, that's just yeah. Yep, that's on the players right there. Um, Going on the bad snap was Patricia's fault. Nah, the bad snap wasn't Patricia's fault. I don't blame Patricia for everything. I blame him when he puts his players in poor situations. That was just a poor snap, and that was a bad play by Frank Ragnow. I mean, I give Patricia a lot of, I rip on Patricia a lot. That was not Patricia's fault. That just wasn't. That was a bad play by Frank Ragnow, and Frank Ragnow doesn't make mistakes like that very often, so we'll see. Patricia, I've seen countless mistakes. Frank Ragnow, I've seen one. So, there's a little bit of a difference there. I gotta sneeze. Ooh, I had to sneeze. That's not. Anyway, but I don't know, man. The Lions just didn't come out to play today. It just seems like they didn't. They haven't come out to play the game. They aren't ready for it. The Panthers are 1-4 at home, and they're 3-7 without their starting quarterback, and they look like the better team. And that's unacceptable. Like the Lions should not lose this game. And I understand if you like Matt Patricia, I don't understand, but I can respect your opinion. But I mean, even Patricia supporters got to, if Patricia loses this game, if his defense gives up a lot of points this game, and we lose by a lot, Patricia should be fired after today's game. I mean, I gotta say it. I thought that way last week. I thought Patricia's defense played bad last week, and he should have been fired. But we won the game, so at the end of the day, Peoples was happy. If we lose the game today because Patricia calls a bad defense, he's got to be gone, man. There's just, I don't know. We'll see. Maybe I'm being too negative on Patricia. But I mean, if you lose this game to a 3-7 Panthers team with a backup quarterback and without Christian McCaffrey, and without their starting cornerback and a starting offensive lineman, that's unacceptable. That's just not okay. That's not good enough. Okuda got burnt. Harmon refused to use his arms on tackle. 2 big plays allowed so far that somehow that's Patricia's fault. I mean, no, not everything is Patricia's fault, but if Okuda's struggling, then you got to give him some help. If main coverage is getting burnt, you got to make adjustments. And when a defense gives up a 20+ point comeback multiple weeks, that is on the coaching staff. I'm not saying that everything in this game has been on Patricia. Some of it was on Okuda, some of it was on Harmon. That fumble that was on Frank Ragnow. Some players make mistakes, but at the end of the day, it's Patricia's job to get them right. If their players are struggling, Patricia's got to get them in a spot where they can play better. Patricia's got to coach them up. Patricia's got to put them in, a good situation to help them. And, if he's not doing that, he's not a good head coach. So, no, those players weren't on Matt Patricia, but some of this is. Some of this is on Matt. And, we'll see if he can make adjustments and help his players out later in the game. I'm not saying this game's on Patricia just yet, but if he doesn't make good defensive adjustments and put his players in better positions when they're struggling, then that is on him. That is on him, Funk, and that's all I can say, buddy. This team has a lot of talent, but I mean that defensive line got no push right there, and Jared Davis in for another tackle. Unlike Davis, he seems to be the only player getting to the running back or to the ball today. Not sure how I feel about that, but I think Jared Davis is a good player, so that says it all right there. Are we? Are we in the hunt? I mean, yes, record-wise, yeah, but we got a tough month coming up. We got this game, we got Thanksgiving, and we got a tough stretch from the Bears to the I think Buccaneers is week 16. We got a tough stretch there, and then we finish with the Vikings, who we already lost to. So yes, technically we are in a playoff hunt, but I don't know. It'll be tough. If the Lions can win out somehow, if the Lions can win a majority of their games and sneak into the playoffs, then they're. I mean, if they're gonna do it, they're gonna have to earn it. And if they can do it and they earn it, then I got no problems with. I got no right to complain, I guess. But let's see. Oh, fantastic interception by Big Amani. I like that. Ooh. That's Amani right there. That's my favorite cornerback. That might be my favorite player on the defense. I love that man. Amani Oruwariye is just a good player. Amani saying Frank. Yeah, that's yeah. I mean, that's a great player making a great play. But you know, if I'm gonna critique Patricia, that's a good play call. Whoever called it, whether it be Patricia or whoever else, that's a good play call by Patricia. That put Amani in a good position. He made a play. So no, that's good on ball. That's good on Patricia. That's good on Amani. This upcoming draft, we have to look to the future and start looking for a quarterback to prep him up. Yeah, Tony. I don't disagree with that. I don't know if we have to take him in the first round though. You know, I think I'm not sure. Obviously, T. Law and Justin Fields are big, but you still got guys like Zach Wilson. You got guys like Trey Lance and Kyle Trask. You got coming out. You got some good quarterbacks that you know. I'm not sure if we need to take him one in the first round, but I definitely agree. I think in this upcoming draft, we can definitely look to at least a mid round quarterback to try to I guess groom behind Matt Stafford. I mean, I think that's a good thing to go for. And if nothing else, maybe you just go sign another good quarterback in free agency. You maybe take a late round flyer or something, but I don't know. I think it's time to start investing a little bit and start grooming a quarterback for the future. But I don't think Matt Stafford's done just yet. I don't think Stafford's time is up. I don't think that he's a bad quarterback by any means. And I still think he's got a couple years left in the tank. I think Stafford has a couple years of good football left in him. So I don't think looking to the future is a bad idea, but I don't think it's necessarily something we have to use our first round pick on. Hey, wait, tell me, was that thrown to Moore? I don't know who that was thrown to be totally honest. I'm not sure who that was thrown at, but it doesn't matter. It was thrown right to Amani, and Amani caught that. So Amani get that big turnover. That's big. That's a good play by the Patricia defense. And I'm giving Patricia credit here. Patricia called a good play, called a good defensive play. Amani made a great play on the ball, and we got it back. Got it back, and that's all I can say. That's all I got for now. Well, let's see. Alrighty. Lions getting back. I think we need to attack their cornerbacks, especially with Dante Jackson out. I think we can attack downfield a bit better, but PJ Walker's trying to excuse himself. He's trying to make excuses. I wanted Amani in the second, third, and fourth. When he was still on the board, I was super big on him. Couldn't pronounce his name. Just called him Kid from Penn. Fair enough. I was big on Amani too. To be honest, so in the draft class that he got taken in, I forgot he was on the board because I assumed he would have gone off way before. And I was kind of watching the draft, but like on the second day, obviously he didn't go on the first day, and I knew that. But I kind of like checked in and off on the second day because it's just kind of a longer thing, and I didn't feel like sitting down for that long. And I assumed he got tipped. I assumed he was taken on day 2. And then I went to the movies and I saw we drafted Amani in the 5th round. And I like checked my phone to see if it was real. And like, that's a great throw by Stafford. But dude, I was so surprised that we got Amani in the 5th round, dude. Like I turned on my phone and I saw that and I was like, I was in disbelief. I couldn't believe that. I was so surprised we got Amani for a 5th round pick. I thought he would have been taken day 2. I thought his talent level was day 2. I mean, he made some big plays at Penn State, and he's made big plays for the Lions so far. I think I don't want to say he's the best player that Bob Quinn's ever drafted, but he's definitely top 3 right now for me in players Bob Quinn has drafted. And he's definitely the best late round pick that Bob Quinn's ever made. Kenny Galladay doesn't count as a late round pick. Kenny Galladay is a mid round pick. So I think, Amani's great. I love Amani. That was the steal of the draft that year. And that draft class, I mean, cool. Was that – I'm trying to think. That was Frank Ragnow's draft class, right? I mean, that's a solid draft class. You got Frank, You got KJ, Tracy Walker, Deshaun Hand. Is that right? That's a good draft class too. I can't think. Was that Amani's draft class? Was he the one in the fifth, or was he drafted in the one after where we got TJ? No, that was TJ's class. Never mind. Ignore what I'm saying. I'm just thinking out loud and I'm not thinking straight. Either way, I mean that was a good draft class too. But Amani, I think, is definitely the best player to come out of that draft for us, at least for us. Obviously, not the best player in the draft, but the best pick from the Lions. Let's see what our Lions can do. Hawkinson draft. Yeah, I was a year off. You're right. Hawkinson's a great player too, but I think Amani might be the most. I think Amani might be the best player from that class for the Lions. To be honest, he's so good. Agnew in the backfield. I like that. I like that. Oh my! I don't like that play. No, thank you. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, if he doesn't get a hand out of that, that's a big play too. That wasn't even a bad play call by anybody. That was just a great play by Brian Burns. Divide in the second. I told everyone if you just switch when they. Oh yeah, for sure. I think yeah. If you do some mental gymnastics and you put Amani in the second and you put Jelani in the fifth, it makes a lot more sense and that draft class looks a bit better. I will agree with that. I will agree with that. Amani was a steal and Jelani was a reach, but they kind of cancel each other out a bit. It's a great punt by Jack Fox. Great punt down inside the 10. I like it. Man, the Lions are spooking me a little bit. Let's see if Amani can get another pick. Maybe Jeff Okuda shows up and gets a big interception. Who knows? I mean, I don't know, man. Jeff is doing some Jeff things. I don't know what he's up to, but he's wild. Wild guy. That's a The Lions offense has got to get going though. You can definitely tell that they're missing DeAndre and Kenny. You can definitely tell that they're missing both because I mean it's just obvious. You can just tell they rely so much on Kenny and so much on DeAndre Swift now that when both of them are out, our offense looks highly questionable. But when they're in, our offense looks pretty darn good. So looks pretty darn good. I don't know if I can advertise alcohol on my channel. There's a Bud Light commercial. I don't know, or Michelob Ultra commercial. I don't know if I should be playing that on the channel, considering I'm not even like old enough to have it. Yeah, this game is actually going by fairly quickly. I got about an hour before I got to get off and go to my banquet and give a senior speech and all that. So that should be fun, but not really because it's snowing. But whatever. I'll have fun. I'll go hang out with the boys for the last time and we'll have some fun. We'll have some fun for sure. Oof. The Lions. The Lions. I got nothing else to say. They're the Lions. That's all I got. All I got. They are the Lions. I don't think there's a better way to describe this team. I genuinely don't. I think that the best way to describe the Lions is just they're the Lions. And I think that's just how it is, honestly. I don't think you could compare another team. I don't think there's anything else you could say. I think this team is just the Lions. It's just how it is. Alrighty. Let's see. Let us see. All right, game is back on. Let's get it. Amani's back out there. That defense is out there. I see Griffin now. I see him. Let's see. The Lions have almost had 2 interceptions today. Oh, fumble. Oh, that was almost close, bro. Is that Miles Killebrew? I just saw him got a tackle. Ooh, Reggie Ragland came and put his head on the football. And if Tracy Walker was not a little bit more alert, that wasn't on Tracy, but like, man, if you saw that just a second quicker, that's a turnover for the Lions. Wait, are you saying this is a good team? No, this is not a good team. This is a competitive team. This is a team that will take it down to the wire majority of the weeks. But this is a talented team, but I wouldn't say it's a great team. I wouldn't say it's a good football team. I don't. I think the odds of us making the playoffs are very thin. And in my opinion, if you're not making the playoffs, you're not a good football team. That's just me, though, Doctor Detroit. That's just me. That wasn't even a backwards pass. That was a good tip by Griffin, though. That's a good play, though, because if he doesn't tip that, that's probably a completion and probably a big play. So we'll see. Big EG out here getting some work done. I want to see him get some sacks today. I want to see him go off. They sent J-Ron a couple times now. Rip it. Oh. They sent J-Ron a couple different times. Oh, yeah, I see that talent all over the place, bro. Come on. I mean, I do think this team is very talented, but, you know, again, you got to put your players in good positions, and I don't think that Patricia's running a defense that necessarily plays to everybody's strengths. But that's just me. You know, everybody has a different opinion. Dr. Detroit, you also think Stafford's a bad quarterback, so, I mean, we disagree on a lot of things. Disagree on a lot of things. This defense is almost forced two turnovers, but you know, they had an interception. They just forced a fumble. So I mean, I'm seeing the talent. I'm seeing the flashes. I'm just not seeing the consistency I'd like to see. And I don't think the Lions are in the right defense. I think they're a 4-3, and I think Patricia plays them in a 3-4. But hey, you know, they're average at best. I disagree, but Lions are going to Lion. You can make the playoffs and still be a bad team. Now that's true. I mean, I'm not saying that if you make the playoffs, you're automatically a good team. You know, like the 2017 Lions, they made the playoffs, but you know that was the season Matt Stafford had 8 game-winning drives, had 8 fourth-quarter comebacks, and you know that team was okay, but that team I wouldn't say was a good team. I never said he was bad. I just think he's overrated. I don't think he's overrated, and he's definitely top 10. He's definitely a top 10 quarterback right now. Stafford, I'm attacking him. I mean, you kind of are a little harsh on Matt Stafford, but I agree. He hasn't been perfect, but I mean, it's not like he's in the best situation right now. I mean, his receivers are dropping 7% of his passes. We've already seen a couple of drops today. It's like he's a good quarterback, and he's not in a great situation. I don't know what else I want. I don't know what else you want to hear. Like, you're kind of harsh on Matt Stafford, and I mean, he's a top 10 quarterback, at least statistically right now. And you know, and if his wide receivers could catch more passes, if his wide receivers stopped dropping stuff, he'd have much better statistics. He'd have a couple more touchdowns, and you know, he'd look a lot better. But I admit he's missed some throws, but he's definitely top 10. Definitely top 10. I mean, bro, you can't name 10 quarterbacks better than Matt Stafford. You just can't. You put Tua and Herbert in there last weekend. Like, that's just not true. That's just not true. That's just not true. There's not 10 quarterbacks better than Matt Stafford. There's a couple for sure, you know, Mahomes and Russell and Rodgers, and you know those guys are up there, but there are not 10 quarterbacks better than Matt Stafford. I promise you that. I promise you that. But whatever. I know you're gonna disagree with me anyway, so I don't know why I'm arguing, but it's fun to have somebody to argue with. It's you know, it's no fun if everybody just agrees with me. So I appreciate it. I appreciate you, Doctor Detroit, because you know, whether you actually believe it or whether you're just trying to get me frustrated and try to give me a good reaction, like you disagree, and you know, it's sometimes fun to just have somebody to disagree with. I mean, 3 game-winning drives this season, not bad for Mr. Matt. Oh, fly Matt. I don't like Matt Stafford running. I think he's a good quarterback, but he's not a good runner of the football. That's good pass protection by Taylor Decker. That's something I noticed. Taylor Decker's clamping whoever's on his side. Like Thompson. Cheap shot. Slid it on Stafford. Just kidding. Just kidding. I don't dislike Shaq Thompson. I actually like him a lot. Good catch. Yes, Cephas. Good stuff, Quintez. I like that. I like that. I think Quintez Cephas is better after the catch. I think he's just violent. He's a violent runner. He does not like being tackled, but he's been dropping passes, so tough to see that. Matt Stafford's fine, dog. I'm blowing this out of the water. Matt Stafford's playing with a torn ligament in his thumb, and he's still a top 10 quarterback. Still a top 10 quarterback, I promise you. I promise. I don't even know if Dr. Detroit's still here, but it is what it is. I think Stafford's great, and some people don't. It is what it is. Let's see what's going on. Oh, that's not a great run. So, 1 yard or no yards, but oof. Now it's Stafford time. Stafford's got to come out and get his stuff together. Not very stout against the run. They've been stout against Adrian Peterson all day. Darrell Bevel, offensive coordinator. I think any Lions fan can tell you Darrell Bevel is not good. I think that's something we can all agree on is we just don't like Darrell Bevel a ton. Oh, oh my God. Another drop. Another drop. And you can't blame that on Stafford. That was a dime by Matt Stafford. That was a dart that TJ's got to catch. And he had it in his hands. That was a perfect throw. That was a perfect throw by Matt Stafford, and that's another drop. You can't throw it any better than that. Oh, good stuff. Another punt down inside the 20, though. Another punt down inside the 20. Detroit Drew, what's going on? How you doing, man? You enjoying the game? I'm not. The Lions' offense looks not great. Oh, poor Lions fans. I say that as a Lions fan, so I know. The Lions they make my weekend. They do. And when the punter's the best player on the team, that's how you know things are peachy in Detroit. Is when the punter is the best player on the field, and I actually root for the punter to come out on the field more than the defense. That's sad, and it hurts my feelings to say, but it's true. I think Jack Fox is probably the best player on the team right now. Sadly enough, these Baker Mayfield commercials are funny. I love them. I think Baker Mayfield's a funny guy. I think he is a goof, but whatever. This whole team. It's weird though, because the wide receivers, they have talent. They have ability to catch the football and make big plays. They're just not doing it. I don't know why. I have no idea what happened to Bevel's creative play calling last year. I don't know what happened to the Lions dropping all these passes, but everything is going wrong for the Lions right now. It's been that way for a while. It's not just this year. It's Lions always seem to have something going wrong, or some wide receivers dropping passes, or Matt Stafford's having an off day, or Darrell Bevel's having an off day, or something's happening. Something is not going right. Ooh, geez. Something's not every weekend and every season, something is wrong for the Detroit Lions that should not be wrong. Either Stafford's having a rough year, or the play calling is bad, or the receivers are dropping passes, or whatever it is. It's just something, man. It's always something. It's always something as a Lions fan. You see the Panthers, they got a not a bad upcoming schedule actually. I mean, Minnesota has been good recently. Denver is I think good. Green Bay is obviously great. Washington's not great. I mean, Carolina's got a good upcoming schedule for them. They got a not an easy upcoming schedule. They got a very manageable one. I would say. Let's see 7-0 first down Panthers. Let's see what happens. Oh, that was almost a fumble too. That almost popped right out of Robbie Anderson's hands. I don't. Is it like wet in Carolina or something? Is it raining or? I feel like players can't hold on to the football for either team. I mean, I've seen several fumbles. I've seen several drops. Obviously, Ragnow had that one where he didn't get the snap off right. Like, is it raining in Carolina? Because or is the ball slick or something? Because I feel like there's a lot of the football's been loose a lot today. Get there. Another an injury. Oh, another offensive lineman. He's getting tub or something, buddy. A dog just came in and was wet and shaking. How you doing? How you doing? Man, I want my Lions to win today. I really, really do. But ow, I just kicked the chair. I really want my Lions to win today because I just love seeing my Lions win football games, but I don't know, man. Right now, just not feeling it. Not feeling it. It's like Joe Brady. I heard somebody the other day, somebody texted me or somebody, shared something. They said they wanted Joe Brady, the Panthers OC, to be our next head coach. What do y'all think about that? Y'all like Joe Brady as the Lions' next head coach? Oh, that's an interesting question because I mean, obviously he coached that phenomenal LSU defense last year or LSU offense last year, and I mean the Panthers have been all right this year. He's been using the weapons effectively. What do y'all think about? I mean, they had 12 players on the field today, so maybe he can't count to 12 either. Maybe that's not a good sign. But what do y'all think about Joe Brady as the next head coach for the Detroit Lions? Y'all like it? Y'all don't like it? Let me know that down. Let me know in the comments, dude. Let me know. Y'all think Joe Brady could be the savior Detroit needs, or do you think he'd be kind of another Patricia where he's just not very good, not good enough for this team, and might not be the answer just yet? I'd be curious to hear what you guys have to say about that. Oh, let's see. Any interesting news coming out? Anything interesting? Cool picture. Let's see. I see Bo Scarborough. Bo Scarborough's playing for the Seattle Seahawks now, and congratulations to Bo Scarborough. I know he's not seeing this. I know he won't see it, but I'm glad he found another place because I really liked him as a running back. I really liked him for this Lions team, and I think he could be big today, especially with DeAndre being out. But it is what it is. He's in Seattle now. He's running the football with Russell Wilson. And, yeah, I thought he looked pretty good the other day. I thought he looked pretty good against the Cardinals. He had a couple nice runs, couple big plays. So I like Bo Scarborough. I miss him. I wish he was still here. Okay, somebody tell me why Frank Harron's out on the field so much, dude. Like I've seen Frank Harron more than I've seen Danny Shelton, and that's not acceptable. It's either him or John Pennicini. I know you got to get a rotation, but like, geez. Oh, get him, John. Get him, John. Get him. John Pennicini's a little too slow, but I like it. I like the hustle. I like the effort. John Penniston is a big man, and he was a moving. John Penniston's 40 time wasn't great, but you know what? He was moving on that play. I mean, he was even behind PG. He took a good angle and everything. My man's was moving. That's fantastic effort. That's why I think John Penniston is the steal of the draft, and that's why I think John Penniston is going to be an anchor for this team. Oh, get him, Monty. Fantastic hit. Monty's having a great game. Amani Oruwariye. Big man. Big name. Tough to pronounce. Great. There's the sneeze. Great player, though. Oh, Christian Jones got beat. Unfortunate, but expected. Again, Curtis Samuel's getting the football. I'm telling you, Curtis Samuel is an X factor. He's a dangerous, dangerous weapon. Robbie Anderson's been kind of quiet, and I say that he's going to get a huge, huge play, but whatever. Philip Walker taking a deep shot versus Justin Coleman, and he overthrows it by a lot. He overthrows it, and that's unfortunate. I mean, it's not unfortunate for us. It's unfortunate for him, but I still think he got a step, unfortunately. Oh, no. Oh, Joe. DJ Moore was having fun. God bless you. I appreciate that, Tony. I appreciate that. The Blunt Report. Lions lead the league in drops. Wonder how much that hurts Stafford's numbers and overall performance. The fact that Stafford wins as many games with the defense is an effing miracle, period. Yes, it is. Oh, come on, Jamal. Get a big return. Yup. I like that. That's a good return. Yeah. Well, I think Stafford, the drop percentage is around 7.1. It might be a little higher now after, as this game goes on. So, and he has a 63.7 completion percentage. So, I mean, you had that back on, you had that 7.1. That's a 70+% completion percentage. And I mean, even if you get half of that, that's a much better completion percentage. And, there was a couple deep drops. I mean, I know Quintez Cephas didn't drop it, but he had the one where he tracked it poorly. There was the one Quintez Cephas drop last week that would have been a 20-yard gain. Like, it might not be crazy numbers, but I guarantee they would add up quick. And if his wide receivers caught even half the passes that they're dropping, Stafford's numbers would look a lot better. Stafford would look a lot better. His offense overall would look much, much better than where they are today, or where they are right now, I guess. 2nd and 8, boys. Matt Stafford 4 for 9. Couple drops, 2 drops on the day. So, like, Stafford would be, he'd be 6 for 9 right now if that were possible. Like, he'd be 6 for 9 without drops with more yardage, and we likely have points on the board if the wide receivers can just catch the football. I mean, he had a perfect throw to TJ earlier, and it slipped through his hands. TJ got the ball now, though. Big man rumbling down for the first. I like that. Yeah, I think the Blunt Report has got it correct. Stafford winning games with the team around Matt Stafford is not easy, and the fact that he can do it is real big, and that speaks a lot about his talent level. It speaks a lot about him as a person, well, not a person, but a player. Good run, good catch and run by the Hawk. See, first down, Stafford sliding, get rid of it, guns it. That was maybe not a great throw. Maybe pass interference, I couldn't really see. But let me see if I turn that up just a couple notches. Let's see. Alrighty. I don't need to compile stats. We need to win the football game. Our offensive line is weird. It plays really good football sometimes, and then they play really bad football at times, and it's weird. Let's see, 2nd and 10 for Matt Stafford, and they're running the ball with KJ, and KJ with a good 7-yard sprint. I love it. I love to see it. KJ is getting involved. My man, Kerryon Johnson, smile on his face, 7 yard gain on the play, and he is just Kerryon's such a good player. And I get that people wanted to trade him because because he wasn't getting the carries or whatever. But Kerryon is just a straight up good football player, and there's nothing else you can say about that. Kerryon's a good football player, and he needs to get more involved, man. He just needs to. Entering week 11, ooh, their worst third down in the NFL. It is third and short. Just low-key give it to Kerryon. Give it to KJ, and he's going to do some. Oh. That was a whiff block by TJ. I'm not gonna lie. That looked really good at the beginning. I want to see that again because that looked really good for a minute, and I think TJ missed a block there. I'm actually surprised the Lions have held them to 7, but at the same time, we've also scored 0, and we might go a whole live stream without saying the Lions scored points. So that's a scary thought. That might not be good. I low-key want to see the Lions just go for it on 4th down because I think it would be fun. I just think it would add excitement to the game. And I know it might not be smart football-wise, but at this point, you gotta swing the momentum back in Detroit's favor, boys. Yeah, Hawkinson is not having a great game, unfortunately. He had a drop, he had a whiffed block. He's had a couple of good blocks, and he's had a nice catch and run, but I mean it might be a tough one. Yeah, this is not a fun game to be streaming or watching. I understand that. That's unfortunate. I should probably start getting my stuff ready, but that's fine. We'll wait. We got time. You have 20 minutes for 2 minutes to come off the clock, and that might seem like a stretch, but I guarantee you it'll be close. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Lions are out here leading the NFL in drops, and it's not a fun time out here being a Lions fan. Bro, we should not be losing to the Carolina Panthers with 2 minutes left in the half. We shouldn't be. We should be flying. We should be having fun. Hawkinson should be dancing in the end zone. Marvin Jones should be dancing. But I think this says a lot about the Lions' character, and I think this says a lot about how they perform as a team. A couple of big name players go out. Your big weapons, and I get that they're big weapons, but the players go out, and all of a sudden, our offense looks horrible, right? I mean, we looked good without Kenny last week because DeAndre Swift was having a great game, and Carryon's even having a good game. But I don't know exactly what his statistics are right now. Let's see if I can find them. I don't know. I'll find it at halftime. Carrion's not having a bad game. Adrian Peterson's having a bad football game, but the Lions aren't using him right. The Lions aren't, doing what they got to do, and now Jack Fox is back on the field to punt the ball away. How wild would that be if they faked it? I kind of want to see a fake punt by the Lions. Yeah, but the Panthers got a young defense. Panthers got a young defense, so I can understand why their defense has struggled this year, but man. Titans and Ravens. That should be a good football game. That might be more fun to watch than this game, to be honest. I love my Lions, and I want to see him, succeed. I want to see him be great, but things don't go our way sometimes, and today they're not looking like they didn't come to play today. It looks like it just seems like they are. Oh, I see Everson getting around the edge, but he gets it away to DJ Moore. Unfortunate. Unfortunate. Let's see. I like Everson. He's getting some pressure. He was really good last week. Offense is bad without Swift and Galladay. I agree. That's a false start. That's a false start. That's big for the Lions. But yeah, our offense, like, it's weird because I understand that Swift and Galladay are out and they're not doing great, but at the same time, if you want to be a good team, you can't be relying on two players. If the Chiefs won a game without Patrick Mahomes, they actually won a couple without Patrick Mahomes. Like, they were fine. If they lose Travis Kelsey, if they lose Clyde Edwards-Helaire, if they lose Tyreek Hill, they're gonna be fine. The Lions lose Kenny Galladay, and the offense is different. I mean, the Lions lose DeAndre Swift, the offense is different and not in a good way. Like, it's so frustrating as a Lions fan because I know we have talent. I know Matt Stafford is a top 10 quarterback in the NFL. I know Marvin Jones can be a great wide receiver. I know that, all of these players can play good football as individuals, but so far I haven't seen them play good football as a team. Odd. Anyway, but like I understand why we're struggling without those two, but that's just a sign that we're not a great football team because great football teams aren't relying on two players. No, great football teams can lose a player, can lose a big weapon, and still be great. Bad football teams are relying on one player, and when that player is out, then they look bad. And based on what I've seen from the Lions so far today, that's exactly what they seem like. They just seem like they seem like they have no energy. They have no will to go out and play the game. And it's so frustrating, man. It's really frustrating as a fan. I'm just kidding. Well, John Pennicini, he's got some energy. John Pennicini's playing tough. I'll take that back. Not everybody's playing bad. Amazing. The pro off wasn't supposed to build depth. I know. Quinn was supposed to build some depth, and I think this team has depth. They're just not playing well. Like, I like Marvin Hall. I like Marvin Jones. I like Quintez Cephas. It's a good PBU. I like some of our depth, and it's just weird because they're not playing well. Like, they're dropping passes they shouldn't be dropping, and that's on nobody but maybe the wide receiver coach, and that's on nobody but the player. Like, I don't get it. Amazing the drop off. Yeah, no. I get what you're saying, Funk. I mean, it's incredible, and it's not incredible in a good way. Why, like, oh my God, I hate that the Lions put out Nick Williams and Frank Herron over John Pennicini and Danny Shelton. Like, I get you need a rotation, and I get that those guys are probably better pass rushers, but like, I just don't like it. I think you need to put John Pennicini on. I think you need to put John Pennicini on the field as often as possible because I think he's probably our best defensive lineman. He's probably our best interior defensive lineman playing today, and I mean, he's a great player with a fantastic, phenomenal motor, and just taking him off the field is tough. It's not good. That's a blown coverage by Justin Coleman. Can the Lions stop him? Is this going to be another Viking situation where, like, all of a sudden there's like 10 seconds left and the Panthers are going to call a screen to Amir Abdullah? Oh, you got to catch that, J-Ron. You got to catch that, J-Ron. I know. He should have had. I mean, obviously that wasn't an easy catch. I mean, okay, that was farther out than I thought it was when I saw it the first time. That would have been a tough catch for Jaron to make, but you got to capitalize on plays like that. You know, that's tough. I can't believe that on Jaron. That would have been a tough pass to haul in, bro. I swear to God, Justin Coleman blitzes off the edge and he can't catch Philip Walker in the pocket. Like, it's not even like Coleman is a slow player. We just can't finish sacks. That looks so promising. Please be holding on the Panthers. Bunch of cheaters isn't what we got in Carolina. Bunch of cheaters in Carolina. Oh my God, that was a good blitz call too. I like Justin Coleman came off the edge. He was flying, and PJ Walker, just mobile quarterback, got out of the pocket, made a great play. I wish Jamie Collins could have got there earlier, but still. Oh, come on. Romeo. It did look a lot easier at first glance. No, I agree with that. For sure, for sure. Some of the angles are just weird to tell sometimes, and the first glance it looked like could have been an easy interception. Second glance, not so much. Not so much. Let's see. The Lions have committed 0 penalties. That's pretty big. That's pretty, impressive for a Lions team. They've committed 0 penalties, which is big. The only problem is they can't seem to do anything else well. We got 7 people in the chat. I'm not sure how many likes we're up to, but if you haven't liked the video yet, please go over and just down in the description, 2 seconds, click a button. Click that like button. I'd be appreciative for it. It help the channel out. And let's see, we're at 12 likes. We're averaging more likes than viewers right now, so that's pretty impressive. That's a wild throw. But if you guys haven't liked the video yet, please make sure to go down and do so. It helps the channel out. It helps me out. I'd be greatly appreciative for it. And I'm sure all of you have done it. I'm sure all of you are, I'm sure all of you are looking out for me and liking videos. But man, let's see. Bro, Everson Griffin is getting some pressures today. He's going to get a sack, dude. He's been going crazy. He's been pushing really hard against this Vikings team. Whew, man, come on. We got to get here. Get to PJ. Strip the ball. Oh, rip it, Jamie. Call a timeout just to see if we can maybe get a good punt return or something. I like that, though. You stop it, you get the ball back, you maybe throw a Hail Mary, and get lucky in the end zone. I don't like being conservative, truly. That's kind of my mindset is I hate when the Lions are conservative play colors. I don't like when teams take a knee at the end of the half because, especially, if they're like their own 20, that makes sense. But if they're at midfield or something, or if they're at, their 40-yard line, throw up a Hail Mary and see what happens, bro. Leave somebody back to, just in case something crazy happens. But, I think just throw up a Hail Mary and be aggressive at the end of the half, especially if you're in range. Stafford can air the ball out and just, chuck that thing like there's no tomorrow. But, I think if the Lions get it even around the 40-yard line, a good punt return, couple seconds, let's just throw it up and be aggressive because maybe something crazy happens. But I'm sure we'll just take a knee. Or Jamal will fumble it. One or two. Oh, that was close. See, where are the Lions sitting? They're sitting at the 30. I think Stafford could throw 70 yards. I think Stafford still has that kind of arm strength. I know they're probably going to take a knee and go into the half, but I don't like being conservative. I don't like it. I like being aggressive and going for it, but that's just me. All right, I kind of need these last 5 seconds to tick off the clock. But again, I got to go at halftime. So, they took a knee. Of course they did. All right, so it is halftime. I will go over the stats really quickly. I will go over the I will go to full box score really quickly just to end off this stream because, again, I do have to go for a banquet, so I apologize. If you go over to my Instagram, I will be posting some things, or if you go over to my Twitter, I'll likely be watching the game and posting my reaction to a couple of things. So if you'd like to go over there and check it out, then I'd be appreciative for it. Just go over there and follow me, and you'll be able to see all that. Looking at the first half stats, Matthew Stafford, 5 for 11, 54 yards, 0 touchdowns, but 0 interceptions. It hasn't been a great day from Stafford, but again, he's had 2 or 3 guys drop passes. He's had some good throws that have been dropped, so that's not fully on him. The defense has allowed 157 yards, 14 of 22 for P.J. Walker. Amani did get that big interception, and somebody got a sack. I'm not quite sure when I remember the Lions getting a sack, to be totally honest, but, I'll go down and check that out in a minute. Apparently, they have a sack and an interception. AP and KJ are having decent days. AP is 7 for 18 with a long of 4. KJ is 4 for 12 with a long of 8. Not super bad so far. All right, Funk says something. Take out that first drive, and the defense actually has looked pretty good. From what I could tell, Okuda has replaced has been or was replaced by Amani. So credit the coach. Yep, right there. I mean, I agree. Okuda was taken out. He got burnt once or twice. He got taken out. Amani was stepped in. I think Amani should be starting all the time because I think Amani's our best cornerback. But, again, if you want to credit the coach for that, I fully understand that. That was a good call by Patricia. If he made that call, it's a good call by whoever made it. Okuda got taken out. He's struggling a little bit. Put Amani in, a good veteran who's proven. Going back to the stats, the Lions receivers, that's really sad. Nobody has more than one reception on the game so far, and that's bad. That's not good. Curtis Samuel, I'm telling you boys, Curtis Samuel is a monster. He is too good, and he is their X factor. He is their secret weapon. I did not mean to click on Curtis Samuel. Didn't mean to do that at all. Bevel, I am sorry. Web. Pennicini on the force out for the sack, maybe. Maybe that could be. That could be. We'll see who has the sack in a minute. Ragnar's got a fumble. We forced 2 fumbles today, apparently. I think Robbie Anderson had a fumble too, but they didn't call it. Jamie's leading them in sacks right now, or in tackles. Amani's got the INT. Did I miss the sack? Oh, sack. Let's see. Who has... Oh, yeah, John Pennicini's got the sack today. So, Funk, you were right on that. John Pennicini has got the sack right there. It must have been on that rollout. But, without any further ado, guys, that is all I got time for today. I appreciate everybody stopping by. I unfortunately have to go. I have no control over when the banquet was scheduled, when it was time. I got to go. I appreciate everybody stopping by for this half. I had a fun time streaming with you guys. Unfortunately, the Lions aren't looking too hot today, but that's okay. Loco just got here, and, I haven't seen you before, I don't believe. So welcome to the channel. Welcome to the stream. I'm going to try to be doing this most weekends. Again, I have to leave today, and likely I won't be here next week just because it's Thanksgiving and, it's a holiday, and I'm going to probably be spending my time with my family. But other than that, I should be good for the rest of the season after Thanksgiving to stream every single game. I upload daily content, so good luck. Wear a raincoat. Bro, I need a snow coat. It's snowing here, not raining. But I appreciate that, Funk. I'll try to, stay warm, and I'll try to do some good stuff. So I appreciate everybody for coming by. That's all I got for you guys today. I will, again, if you want to see more updates from me, obviously go over to my Instagram or my Twitter. Both of them can be found in the description of a majority of my videos. I'm not sure if it's on the live streams, but I hope to see everybody back here next weekend, or I hope to see everybody back here tomorrow for the recap. And I hope to see everybody back here in a couple weekends when we do take on the Chicago Bears for the second time. So without any further ado, though, thank you all for showing up. Thank you all for being here. And I will see you all tomorrow with more Lions content. Bye, guys.